Tell you what, we'll find some stables when we get to Hawaii. Maybe go riding on the beach, eh?
Frank, I've been thinking.
Yeah, so have I. Of rolling sand dunes, blazing sunshine, and nothing to do but relax.
I don't want to go.
What?
Anything from the university?
Let's have a look. No. Well, they did say around the end of the month, so it should be any time now. When I spoke to Andy, he was rather optimistic.
Nice to have something to celebrate for once.
Yes. Now we've made the decision, I think the sooner we get away from here, the better.
I'm not sure whether Jess would agree with that.
Yes, well, she's just going to have to put up with it. I mean, the very idea of her living with Biff. No, thank you very much.
You were right to veto the idea, but have a little heart. Jess is very fond of Biff. She's going to miss him.
She can do better than him.
Well, whatever. I'd like you to show a bit more sympathy towards your daughter.
Yeah, she's going to have to face up to the future, and I'm afraid it isn't here.
Quite. But let's not ride roughshod over Jess's or Luke's feelings. We've not allowed them a say in this move at all.
Well, what's there to say? Aren't you going to be late for school?
3 periods this morning. Did tell you last night.
Yes, of course you did.
Oh, it's probably my fault. Forgot you're not a great listener.
Hey, don't be clever, Luke.
Can do some work on my bike.
I rest my case.
This is all to do with that damn AGM, isn't it?
No. What I'm saying is, after having really thought it through, Chris just doesn't have the experience to be left in charge.
A bit late now, look.
Could postpone the trip till we find someone a bit more suitable.
Right. There are 2 points I want to make. Number one, this is my son we're talking about, and I know that you and he aren't exactly the best of friends, but blood is thicker than water.
Oh, and there's room for sentiment in business. Frank, we are not leaving him a corner shop to look after.
So, as far as I'm concerned, Chris is more than capable of running the show for a couple of weeks, and that is that.
And that's point number 2.
What's more important to us, the business or one another?
The latter, of course.
Well, for goodness sake, let's stop all this nonsense about postponing the trip. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a damn if we lost all this and ended up living in a caravan like Betty and Seth. As long as we're together. Eh?
Right. That's the lot. Thanks for loading my stuff from the caravan.
My pleasure.
You know, Jack wouldn't mind waiting for 10 minutes if you want to pack your stuff.
This ain't called my bluff, you know. I've told you I'm not living in that village.
If that's your last word.
It is.
It needs a bit of work doing to it, but it's a smashing cottage, you know.
Don't you start. I've got my personal reason for stopping in that caravan.
Well, the way I see it is you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
If you want me off your land, just let me know. I'll arrange to have it shifted somewhere else.
I'm not saying that. Oh, I give in.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing, just messing around. I feel a mother-to-son chat coming on. Well then, let me guess the subject for this sermon. Moving to London again, right?
Oh, I know it's all come as a bit of a shock, but think of the advantages.
I'm happy here. All my friends are in Emmerdale.
Well, you'll soon get back into the swing of things once you're in London again. It really is a move for the best, Luke, for all of us.
Well then, let me put it another way. If you were one of my A-level teachers, would you advise me to up sticks and change schools just a few months before the most important exams of my life?
Oh, you'll soon have this place straight. Give it a good clean through. Hang a few pictures.
Smells a bit damp.
You going to be all right, Betty?
Why shouldn't I be?
Do you want me to have a word with him?
No, I don't. Sorry. You've been very good to me, Jack. It isn't you that deserves the rough edge of my tongue.
You know, you should have a housewarming.
I will. Don't you worry. And a right old knees up it'll be and all. Strictly invitation only, mind. I don't want any drunken ex-gamekeepers gate crashing it.
It's the happy honeymooners. Oh, cheer up, Kim. While we're all slaving away in this grey February weather, you'll be lazing around on the beach.
You won't have much slaving to do. Everything's been meticulously organised.
Do you two want to be late?
Yeah, have a lovely time, Dad. And don't worry, the estate's in good hands, as is the golf course.
I'm warning you, Chris. If there are any little acts of sabotage while I'm away, I won't be responsible for my actions. I mean it.
It's enough, Chris.
More than enough. Come on, Zoe's right. We're cutting it a bit fine. Don't you dare try to undermine Kim. We'll discuss this further when I get back.
Oh, you're right there, Dad. There is rather a lot to discuss.
I, for one, am going to be taking it easy next couple of weeks. It'll be a big relief to get Kim Tate off my back.
You should be so lucky.
She's a looker. But as a boss, honestly, she is a pain. She gets her nose into everything.
But what makes you think Chris is going to be an easy ride?
Ah, come on, he don't know business. You can tell him out and he won't know any difference.
Dave, you're talking rubbish. I swear, those Tates are programmed at birth to be bosses. And he has got a nasty streak in him. You just ask my sister. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. That's family business. What I want to know is, what have you lads got on the agenda for this evening, then? Oh, more to the point, Nick, what have you got on the agenda for this evening?
Sir, what are you playing at?
Oh, it's a simple enough game. You pull it, I sup it.
I'm talking about Betty, as you well know.
Gossip soon gets around.
Well, you got a chance to settle down with someone who's good for you.
And how come you don't know ins and outs of this particular tale?
Well, I know you're a ruddy fool. But then what else is new?
You what? People always lie when they describe themselves in those ads. If she said she's slim, blonde, and 5'8", I bet you a quid she's 4 foot tall, 6 foot wide, and suffers from alopecia.
Yeah. Come on, Nick. How'd your mum describe you?
Yeah, come on, mate. Let's hear it.
Credit to his loving mother. Good with children and chrysanthemums. Ever such a nice boy, really.
Yeah. Well, boys, I look forward very much to the day when you all grow up. Ah, better make sure you're not late back for school, eh, Luke? See you later, lads.
Sorry.
Alan, meet Terry and Britt Woods.
Hiya.
How can I get you a drink?
I'll have half of your very finest, please, Alan.
Same for me.
Then would you attend, would you?
And what's yours, love? Oh, have you got a creme de menthe frappe?
You may have heard of Terry. Spent 10 years playing centre for Farsley.
Aye, that was before some thug women you're for brains cropped me knee.
Well, I'm afraid rugby league isn't my game. I'm for cricket.
Oh, we'll get on famous then. Used to play Yorkshire League, all-rounder. Bit of an E in both them, if you know what I mean.
Terry's sporting contacts could be a real boon.
Our last place we had every other night was a sportsman's dinner or an awards evening. I'll tell you what, they're drinkers.
Yes, I'm sure they are.
No, I learnt to mix cocktails at a club in Lanzarote. We delivered drinks to tables wearing roller skates. Well, one night I skidded on a slice of lemon someone left on floor. I ended up head first in ornamental fish tank. I nearly died. I'm rattling on too much, aren't I?
You nervous?
I'm not normally, you know, I'm pretty confident, really. But it means a lot to me and Terry that we make a go of this place.
Well, the bloke from the brewery seems to be getting on well with your Terry.
Everyone does.
Well, tempus fugit and all that. I'll leave it to get to know Terry and Britt a bit more, eh?
Aye, maybe I could socialise with one or two of your regulars. Get the feel of the place.
I think we found you a couple of winners here, Alan.
Door was open. Thought I'd pop round with a little something to celebrate your new home with.
Oh, very kind, Viv. Although I don't think I feel much like celebrating at the moment.
I heard.
He's a stubborn old swine.
Oh, he'll be round here with his tail between his legs before you can say Jack Robinson.
I couldn't care less one way or the other.
Oh, you don't mean that.
No, but you have to make out like you do. For your own self-respect.
Cheers.
I thought things were going so good between us.
Relationships, eh? I'll tell you what I think. I reckon men were the last thing God made. And it shows he might just have been a little bit tired.
I'll tell you the truth, Viv. I was a good while getting used to living on my own. But I did, 'cause you have it to do. And I'd as good as resigned myself to the fact that I was going to be by myself till the day I died. Then, along comes Seth Armstrong back into my life. He's a very kind and gentle man. A lot easier to live with than you'd think.
He'll be back.
We'll see. But I'll tell you something for now, Viv. I've never gone running after a man in my life. And I'm too long in tooth to start now.
Thank you. Hey, honest though, it was rough, was our last place. Bloke came in one lunchtime, he said he liked the sawdust and the floor. Said he gave it a rustic touch. That's not sawdust, I said. That's last night's furniture.
His voice is nearly as loud as his tie.
Oh, you snob, Mr. Turner.
Oh, come on, Jan, they're not right for the Woolpack.
Well, he must admit he's making himself pretty popular. I don't suppose she has to try all that much.
There's no way I'm letting a couple like that manage my pub.
We had strippers in every Saturday lunchtime. And I'm telling you, some of them must have been double jointed.
Oh, yes! We're not having anything like that at the Woolpack.
Oh, calm down. I know my business, Alan. Horses for courses. This isn't the type of pub I'd even think of having strippers in. Order, please, lads. If you want mucky women, go to Leeds. Can I have a quiet word, Alan? Don't get the wrong impression. I like a laugh and I love a bit of fun. But when it comes to running a pub, I'm deadly serious. I guarantee me and Britt will help you pull this place round.
I don't think it really needs pulling round.
So why do you need to get managers in, then?
Yes, well, time's getting on. I've got things to do, as I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I suppose we better be off. Britt wants to do some shopping.
Well, I'll let you have my decision in due course.
I'm sorry, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I mean, I know you've got to rubber stamp it and all that.
As figurehead, so to speak, but, well, Jerry's as good as promised us the job already.
Next meeting of tonight in Hutton. So we're going to introduce ourselves.
Oh, now that is evil.
Yeah, but potentially a real laugh.
Listen to you both. I think it's a rotten trick. Oh, come on. Poor old Nick's had a dog's life this past year or so. I say if he wants to go out on a blind date, well, good luck to him.
But he didn't even organise it himself.
Yeah, it was his mum's idea. He's probably only going through with it to keep her happy.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is you can forget it.
Yeah, I agree. He's a character. And she's a most attractive young woman. Yeah, but the thing is, Gerald, I don't doubt for a moment that they would do very well in some housing estate in Leeds, but Emmerdale's a totally different kettle of fish. Well, of course I want our agreement to work. Well, that's final, is it? I see. Well, I don't have much choice then, do I? Well, I've been, as they say, stitched up. Fait accompli.
Oh, brilliant.
No, I don't want you to worry, Jan. I'm still the landlord of this pub. As far as I'm concerned, it's business as usual.
What's this?
That is a bottle of champagne which we are going to have with our lunch.
You got it.
The university want me to start as soon as possible.
Oh.
You all right?
When one door opens, another one closes. There you go.
That's a bit brief, isn't it?
Well, I wasn't exactly expecting a thank you under the circumstances, but this is extremely curt.
That makes me want to go and give that headmaster a smack around the face.
Didn't exactly work for me.
Yeah, well, what does it matter? We're out of here. Yes, escape from Emmerdale. Mission accomplished.
There's one more little bridge we might have to cross. I had a talk with Luke.
Oh, no, don't tell me. He wants to shack up with Dolores.
Right, I'm off home, Zoe. I've had enough for one day.
I've had just about enough of you for one day.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, what was all that business between you and Kim, for goodness sake? They were off on their honeymoon.
You've got a short memory, Zoe. Remember our so-called AGM?
From what I remember, it was mostly you being the difficult one.
She's trying to stitch Dad up. And us.
So you keep saying. Look, just for a little while, can't you give her the benefit of the doubt? More to the point, give her and Dad a chance.
Oh, come on. You dislike her as much as I do.
But she's Dad's wife. If he's happy, you should be prepared to put your own feelings about Kim on the back burner.
Well, if that's what you want to do, fine. But just be on your guard. She's more dangerous than you give her credit for.
Hello. Oh, Emma, hi. Yes, they've gone, and I've got the place to myself. As soon as you like. Oh, and don't forget to bring your toothbrush. Bye.
While the cat's away, the mice will play.
Something like that.
Oh, hi, Viv.
Hi.
Oh, it's last one, eh?
Isn't it usually a copy of the Times and a red carnation in your buttonhole?
Isn't there anybody left in this village who doesn't know I'm going out on a date tonight?
Let's have a look at you then. Very smart. New jacket, eh?
Oh, give it over, will you?
Now, what you need is a very big box of chocolates. Soft senders usually tell a girl something.
I'm just going out for a drink with a lass, that's all.
Oh, the age of romance is not dead.
It's no big deal, right?
That's where you're wrong, Nick. Love is a very serious business. And a girl likes to be, wooed.
Leave it out, will you?
Something for the weekend, sir?
Bye.
Nick, wait.
What?
Let me give you a little tip.
Come on, then.
Before you get to Houghton, pull the price tag off your jacket, eh?
Oh. Embarrassing. Thanks.
Well, what's it to be then? Darts at the Woolpack or a trip into Houghton?
Right, we'll toss for it. Heads, it's Houghton.
Well?
Are you Nick Bates?
Wendy.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, are you? I not noticed. Shall we go for a drink?
I'm not that keen on pubs, really.
Ah, well, we could go down to the wine bar.
All right.
Well.
Why can't life be simple?
Whatever. We've got to work this through.
Yeah, well, Luke can't stay here. For goodness sake, would you be happy with him here alone and the Dingles just down the road?
No, of course not. But are we messing up his future by taking him away from school at this important point?
There are plenty of good schools in London. For goodness sake, he used to go to one.
I can't wait to get back to London. Emmerdale's a passage in our lives I just rather hope I can forget about. But it looks like the break's not going to be quite as clean as we first thought.
Now, what are you saying? What, Luke stays here?
Oh, I've had too much wine. I don't really know what I'm saying.
Well, it's a definite no from me. I mean, apart from the fact of where he would live. As his dad, I couldn't bear the thought of him being here alone with the Dingles after his blood.
What was that for?
Because I love you.
So what are we going to do now, then?
Well, I don't care what my parents say, but I'm not moving to London with them.
You know what I wish? I wish I could really believe that you believed in what you're saying.
Look, trust me.
OK, we'll see how it goes, then.
I won't disappoint you, Biff.
Here.
Thanks.
Cheers. You as nervous as I am?
Yeah. With bells on.
Snap.
It's the first time I've done anything like this.
Oh, yeah, me too. Are you working, Wendy?
Estate agents in Pudsey.
Oh, must be interesting.
Not really. What do you do?
Me? I manage a farm estate.
Oh, really?
Don't be fooled by my youthful looks.
We're all right now, Charlie. We can do as we like. You can have your dog biscuits in bed again. Nobody fussing over hairs all over the place. Hey, they're just me and thee. We've cracked it.
You see, the problem with being a farm estate manager is that you're always on call. I have a foreman, like Frank, they call him. He's very good. Well, he's all right. Takes a lot of the pressure off me, anyway. But you see, I never get a moment to myself. That's why I never get a chance to meet anybody new.
I sympathise. The office I work in, apart from my boss, Mr. Charters, it's all women. So if you're not that keen on clubs and discos, well, you don't really get much chance to meet the opposite sex.
It's a man's world I live in. Oh, except, of course, for Mrs. Tate, as my cleaner. Do you have any hobbies, Wendy? I have a crisp.
Hope you and your mates have had a good laugh at my expense.
Wendy, I had no idea that they'd be here.
Oh, don't lie. The three of you arranged this to humiliate me.
No, it's not like that. Tonight was arranged by my mum.
Your mum? Oh, if that's true, you're even more pathetic than I thought. I don't want my wine. You can have it.
No!
Whoops. A bit of a lover's tiff, eh?
Don't you know how cruel that was?
Come on, it was only a laugh between mates.
No, it wasn't a laugh. And don't call me your mate, David, because from now on I'm not.
Oh, come on, Nick.
And you've got no idea, have you? No idea how hurt she's feeling now. You've made me a laughing stock. You're just a stupid, spoilt little brat, McAllister. And if I never speak to you again, mate, either of you, it'll be too soon.